everyone, what's up? It's your host Beet Root here on Beet Root Live, and I have a special guest today. This is Triston Fivestar. Thanks for joining me.
No, big of yourself. No love, no respect. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, man, of course. Triston is a big dancehall artist over here in Canada. He immigrated here from Jamaica in 2003?
Yeah.
2003, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. I forget sometimes how long it is.
So you grew up in Old Harbour?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that community and how it influenced you and your music.
I was sand catching. You have the fishing community all over Bay down the road. I'm from Churchpin. Went to Collabs High School. Every evening coming home from school, but then stopping at the town and you have the people that sell the CD them and thing and music I play right through. You drive go to school and I taxi them music I play. You drive go music I play. Like it's just like living in Jamaica it's like you can't really escape music. So just I feel like music is like not just for artists alone, but a part of everybody's life of Jamaica.
And one thing I love about Jamaica, if you've never been there, like actually in the community and off the resort, is that music is always playing in Jamaica. Yes. Doesn't matter what time of the day or night, and it's loud. So if you don't like loud music, I don't suggest you live in Jamaica. But for me, as a music fan, especially as a reggae and dancehall music fan, I love it. What was your experience in terms of like you're hearing music all the time? What era were you growing up in when you first remembered like the artists that you were listening to? Do you remember who your biggest influences were?
As young as I can remember, Tracy Chaplin is like, when I'm like first artist, them way. Fast Care, one of the song them way. Like that's been my favorite song for the longest while, right? Yeah. And then you have Garnet Silk, Mama Africa, the Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, Merciless Ninja Man. My mother used to work at one place called Sears right at that time. It was a hotel in a Portmore. And she used to tell me about Vybz Kartel before Vybz Kartel bus.
Wow.
So me used to get like the mixtape. We didn't get a mixtape for Vybz Kartel before him bus.
Yeah.
So when me I come a foreign, like that mixtape that when me I make people over here that nobody know about Vybz Kartel.
Okay, so you're bringing the exclusive vibes over here.
So and then I obviously know Vybz Kartel become one of the giants them in a dancehall. So yeah, like music, like I'm not just listen to like dancehall music. Growing up in Jamaica, I not just dancehall or reggae music.
Yeah.
Them play like you grew up in Jamaica, you're gonna hear some country music. Yeah, and the music is influenced from a whole heap of country music too, because a whole heap of the great song them where people know as reggae songs don't really originate from Jamaica. It's from country music or pop music,
right?
And we sing them over, and
right.
It's just because we don't go listen to them music that you think say them people they sing them song there, but them I get them song there from like the country singer them, the pop singer them. So yeah, I used to listen to a whole heap of different music. So just love music.
Love music.
No matter what kind of music it is. Like Eminem are one of my favorite artists them as well. So like.
So you have like Versatility, and it comes out in
if you really like listen, just listen to my EP, you realize say there's a lot of different influence, and not just dancehall, and not just reggae. Like you can hear it in my song.
Yeah, and I'm sure you grew up listening to a lot of gospel music as well.
yeah, no, for sure. Now, like every Sunday, I have to get up and go to church, right? Every Sunday until me get to a certain age where. No,
it was your decision.
And
you stopped going, like me.
I stay on my yard and I bump the music as loud as possible. They used to tell me, say, boy, you know, see a Sunday. Stop playing the music there, like so. But like me didn't just always love music, and obviously like gospel music, like even if you're not really one church goer, like when the music they play and the drummer beat and the tambourine them and knock you off and move everything, the vibes is nice, isn't it? So yeah man, every kind of music.
Now that you're living here and you've been here for a minute, what are the major differences between being an artist who lives in Jamaica and is doing dancehall music and an artist who lives here in Canada? Like, what are the advantages and disadvantages, would you say?
Yeah, the advantages, I'm going to start with this because I feel like it's not really that much advantage. But you get a chance to do something when nobody else never do. Like if me, if you say yo, me can make dancehall music in a Canada recognizable around the world, then my name I gonna live on forever. Cause
Right.
Tristan do that. You see
Right.
me? So you get a chance to do something where nobody else never do. You're there at Jamaica and people tell me all the while, go back to Jamaica, Tristan. If you go
Yeah.
to Jamaica, you're busting at 2 seconds. You're too bad for that Canada, go back to Jamaica. But if me even go back to Jamaica and bust at Jamaica, it's no difference from Razor B we got Jamaica go bust. No different from the numerous artists them we got Jamaica go do them thing. And even when you look even Snow. Obviously, like from them time that people been going there and
Right.
establish them career. I want to do something more different. Something where I gonna make people remember Triston Fivestar, not just the music, but him journey and what him accomplish. Like I want place where them say you can't do it, isn't it?
Yeah. I hear it a lot, especially from Jamaican people in Jamaica, is that they don't consider you bussing until you actually bus in Jamaica, meaning that you have to have a hit in Jamaica in order for you to be able to go elsewhere globally to make it big as an artist. And I don't know if I agree with that.
No, that's foolishness. Cranium bus.
Cranium, that's my first example I use every time.
Cranium bus outside a New York Cranium
yep.
bus and him got Jamaica after that, not
Yep.
before. So I know about you have your Stylogy in bus at England.
Stefflon Don, same thing.
Teflon Don, like you you have a youth at Germany named Gentleman. Him music not even play at Jamaica.
Right,
But him sell out stadiums at Germany.
right,
You get me I say?
right.
When Jamaican artists go over there, so them have to look to him because him the people him a come to see. Him are
Wow.
the biggest thing in a reggae music over theme side. For me and what me I do right now with my EP. Like I drop some physical copy of the EP upon USB. And the first set of my drop, that sell out in so fast. Even me frightened. Something what I want to do and something what I believe me can do. But even when I do it, I couldn't believe. But because people here normally don't gravitate to like us like this.
Yeah.
But me just believe I have a dream, say yo we can do it. And I set out for do it and I see it a change in front of me every single day. Started out just something for fun. Like it's never
It wasn't an aspiration.
It didn't start out serious. Like I remember when I actually do my first song here. It was just me going to the studio to make a mix CD for a party when me I do. So I was keeping a party and we used to give out these CDs with the mixes and whatever
Right.
area. And Journey Sound was making it and we were there and rhythm I play, I'm just a fool around and I sing one song and I sing and like I said, dog that bad. Yo, you should go record it. People were dancing to it in the parties and I was like, yo, I could keep doing this. It was fun for me because I love music too, right?
Yeah.
And so, I was keeping all these parties and I was making all these mixtapes, so might as well.
Yeah.
And then like other promoters were doing it, British and some other people were having parties too and they were putting the same songs on there. So now the things start spreading, right? So
So that's kind of where Triston spawned from.
yeah, that's exactly where all of that came from. And it never planned, it just happened, and I'm glad the way it happened because I didn't have to really like fight too much to get it like.
Yeah, it was just like a natural
It was a
transition.
yeah, so most people them know say them a bad artist and them want to get it done and them don't know the channels to go through and,
Right.
and like I was the channel already, like so I just kind of like I did it and it just start work right away.
Yeah. So speaking of you turning into an artist, I wanted you to explain what your name means. Like, I think I know what it means when you say Triston Fivestar. I would imagine it means like how you rate yourself. But if you want to, I want to know exactly what you mean by 5-star because maybe I have it wrong.
We were doing these parties.
Yeah.
It was 5 of us that was doing the parties.
Okay.
And we wanted a name. We were like, yo, like, what should we call ourselves? But I guess, I don't remember who said it, but one of the guys was like, yo, it's 5 of us, it's 5-star. Like, and
it stuck.
And it's kind of stuck on like me and probably like one other person because everybody is kind of like, everybody grew up and started doing, whatever family stuff or, work or whatever.
Right.
Like, and so it kind of, yeah. So when people would just address me now as 5-star. And
Kind of had it wrong because I'm like, when we first met, it was a couple summers ago when we were at Soul Kitchen Radio, and I was already listening to your music, but I wasn't like, like, oh my God, Triston Fivestar, until I saw you live. And then I was like, wow, he sounds just as good live as he does on record, because there's a lot of studio singers and performers out there, and you're not one of them. But you also came in with like a few really sexy girls, and I was like, who is this guy? Who is he?
She understand primo. Them a wait for you come sing this song. She funny stick, see how fast it go. She say oh na. She funny stick, see how fast it go. Shimma, who got the keys to the bimmer? Who am I? The girls them love us.
So I thought when you said 5-star, I was like, oh, 5-star general. Like, you have a lot of girl songs too, right? I would consider you like a girl DJ. Sometimes.
Yeah. No, yeah. So I'm mainly for the females. I don't know. Even just my support, like from the city or around the world, it's mainly females.
Right.
So as much as like I love like doing conscious music, I love doing it, but the females gravitate to me more than guys would.
Yeah.
And for me to even grow as an artist, I wouldn't be here without them. Like so most I think because of that, then I tend to cater to them more, and it kind of made me into this, like, okay, he just sings for women. Like, just like, yeah.
He was a total zaddy.
Yeah.
No, he was very like gentlemanly, but yeah. So speaking of dancehall music, right? And we were talking about other artists who have made it, but generally, I would say that dancehall music, the genre itself, is not respected enough in the industry in terms of getting official recognition. We still don't see a dancehall category in the Grammys. We see reggae category.
Right.
And we often see like still really veteran artists winning those categories, like the Marleys and people like that, which in no means do I mean that they don't deserve it. But I feel like it's a really hard genre to bust inside in the industry. So you're seeing now Shensia, making it into top 40 and having to collaborate with people like Kanye to get the recognition that she actually deserves as an artist. But where do you see dancehall going in the next 5-10 years? Do you see it getting better? Do you see the recognition?
A couple years ago, if you asked me this question, I would have been like, a couple years from now, like, it will be respected. It's gonna be the biggest music in the world. Like, right. That's what I saw, a couple years ago. Now I feel like, and not people that are looking in on the music, but I think we that are in the music, I feel like we're taking a step back, or we're taking away like the actual, the substance from what dancehall is. Like, I think we're kind of mixing it so much with into something else, whether it's like trap dancehall or whether it's like, like, even for me, like, a lot of my music kind of sound popish, like, but it's dancehall. And I think because of that, like, the actual, dancehall is a vibe. It's a feeling, and I don't think that is there as much anymore, because I listen to some soca music, and even soca music, I feel like, have more dancehall to it now than dancehall have dancehall. So I'm scared for where it's going, because I don't see anybody really trying to like hip hop. Like, yeah, hip hop is changing, but like, it's still hip hop. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not going away from that. Like, so for us to get into like that top 40, I think it's gonna always be reggae, because we're not, like, it's not big enough. We're not making it big enough, or we didn't wait until it's big enough before we start going outside of it.
Right.
Shensia and all these other artists that are trying to cross over.
Yes.
It's that they're not crossover. There's not crossover anymore. Like Sean Paul, when he crossed over, it was dancehall.
Right.
We might have thought it was watered down or whatever, but what is dancehall? Now it's not dancehall. Like, it's I think they even call it like Caribbean pop or something like that. Like it's
Well.
like it's like it's not like, so when Rihanna did like work,
Right.
those were considered like Caribbean pop, like
Right.
and when you see even like playlists and stuff with like big artists like Spice and it's Caribbean pop. It's not dancehall, like, you know. So, I think we should have stuck with it a little bit longer, and I feel like we would have. Now I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to even get a dancehall category and the Grammys. And I think for the longest time, if we really want to look back at it, it was the main music, no matter what. Like, even though it wasn't, you didn't have a dancehall category in the Grammys or the Junos or whatever, but it was the main music wherever you go. So even if you're in a hip hop club, when the dancehall come in, everybody the
vibe
like,
changes.
You know, like, you're in a soca party, it's the same thing.
Yep.
A lot of the a couple years ago, I remember all these hip hop guys were making dancehall remixes. So it wasn't us trying to do hip hop. It was hip hop people mixing with dancehall. They were doing their hip hop, but they wanted dancehall in it, because when they did that, it always sell. Like, and now I think, I don't know, it seems like we're going more into like less dancehall and more of everything else.
Isn't Rihanna, like, her album was supposed to be coming out from how long ago?
Rihanna,
and she's supposed to be doing like dancehall.
I don't even think Rihanna wants to do music anymore.
She has too much money.
Yes, exactly. And all of that.
She's got plenty money.
Yeah. So I don't think she wants to do dancehall nor pop anymore. None of whatever she wanted to do before, I don't think she wants to do anymore.
She just wants to do A$AP Rocky. Which I don't blame her. In total, you have released 3 full-length albums from what I've seen.
Right.
And so we're in a generation now where we're seeing mostly artists dropping like singles and EPs. They're moving away from doing albums. I think that's like a financial reason also. I'm not sure. I think like now that we've moved into digital streaming, singles are what's it, right? EPs are what's it. So you doing 3 full-length albums, and your latest one, which is called I Am, which, by the way, guys, you need to get it because it is amazing. Like, we were talking about it before we started recording, and every track is solid. It's a really well put together album. It's well thought out. So yeah, the 3 albums that you've released, how important is it for you to continue dropping full-length albums for your fan base, as opposed to just, and the singles too, though? You've released you released 15 singles in 2021 in the middle of a global pandemic. That's really impressive.
Yeah. All right. So for me, like, it's not just about the business. Like, I really love music. Since I've been here, to be honest with you, like, I haven't felt like I belong. Like, I haven't felt like I have family. I don't feel like I have much friends. Like, I know a lot of people, though. Like, I don't know if nobody knows more people than me, but I still feel alone. Oh. Right? So it's like music. When I'm doing music, it's like I'm good. Like,
yeah, that's your safe space.
And when I'm doing music, it's like all the time. So when that is happening, I'm okay. And I may just to think about it now while I'm saying it, like, I was trying to figure something out, and I just figured it out now. But it is, when I'm doing music, so when I was working on my album, like, it was nonstop music. So I was always fine. Like, I was always okay. So I'm always writing. I'm always recording. Even for this album, there's probably like 10 or more songs.
There's like, I think, 15 songs on our album.
So no, this is, I think, 11.
Yeah. Okay.
But I recorded, like, there's 10 more songs that I decided I'm not going to use. Like, so, like, I recorded so much songs, and I promise you, like, they could have been on the album too.
Yeah.
Like, they are good songs. I just
Wow.
had to try to pick the ones that I think make sense for the album and would fit the album the right way. And I'm always doing music. So
is it like your therapy?
Yeah, it is kind of. So I would put it out. I would just do a song and put it out just because I feel like you need to hear the song. Like, this song is so good, you need to hear it. Yeah. So even while I'm working on my EP or my album or whatever, I was putting out music, like, you know,
nonstop.
Putting on music nonstop. And even right now that I dropped this, I still have a song that I just sent to Jamaica for an artist to Vivestar on as well. So I have a next song I'm working on with a next big artist as well. And like I could have waited to put that on the EP too, but I was like, nah, like the EP needs to go out now.
Yeah.
And I'll just keep working on music and I'm always writing, I'm always recording, and because of that, like some of the times I don't really care about the proper promo behind it, or making sure that this one gets enough time to grow on people, because I just want to put out music. Some of the time, like my album, I'm spending time on, I'm promoting, I'm selling the EPs,
right?
I'm like, so that I'll take my time and do. But if I have all these songs, why am I holding on to them?
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, some of the times you put these songs out there, and out of nowhere, that's the one that everybody is starting to run with. And,
right.
It helps to build me as an artist, and everybody likes something different. So if you're gonna listen to my music, there's no way you're not gonna find something that you like.
Right. Yeah, there's like a girl song, there's a conscious song.
So you're gonna find something. So I love music, and I want to keep putting it out there. If I wasn't supposed to be here today, if I wasn't here tomorrow, like, you look up Triston Fivestar, like, I am going to be around forever. Like,
your music's out there forever, for sure. Mm-hmm. You write a lot of songs, things come to your head, you're very creative. But aside from that, like, what's your drive?
Okay, so I always I made a promise to like my family back home when I left. Like, it was like, one of us finally got a chance to leave. Like, my immediate family, none of us got a chance to leave Jamaica. I did. And I was like, yo, you guys are good now.
Oh, wow.
You don't worry about nothing.
Yeah.
But that's been over 10 years now, and they're still not good. So like, I feel like I can't settle. I can't even build like a life here for myself until I do that. And music is gonna be the way for me to do that. Like, cause I could work any job here, and I have 2 kids here, so I could take care of my kids, I could take care of my family here, and I still can't afford to really make them good.
Yeah.
So for me to settle and just do a 9 to 5, that is just selfish, I think. Like, especially what I said I was gonna do and I haven't done yet. So music, I feel like, is the way to do it, and I feel like I have to keep pushing until I get it, so I could be able to do that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah.
On your album, one of my favorites is actually the intro song, which is Bring You Down. I relate to it a lot.
Enough time for people who are trying to bring me. Them a call we bro God, but as we back turn them chat we oh God. Hypocrite people drive me so mad, so we a walk with the Father like a school bag.
And Esco Levi.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It's featuring Esco Levi, who's a veteran reggae artist, and he's dabbling in like the dancehall type of genre now too, which is amazing to see. Right. And you guys sound great together, by the way. And I'm wondering what kind of relationship that is, because you've worked with him in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. So how is your relationship with Esco?
So when I was telling you about those parties that I was doing and doing the music at Esco was around those times, and like we would go to the studio, and like I like as I said, like in the Brampton community for sure, I was like hot, like girls used to listen to the song, and they're like, yo. So everybody kind of took note, like the Toronto people would take notice, like Isis, Esco Levi, whatever. They'll be like, yo, like, who is this? Like,
right.
So we also play soccer, me and Esco Levi.
Right.
So I get to know him through Journey too as well. Journey, he's a good friend of Journey Sound as well, and he would show me, like, he would teach me some stuff. Like, he would teach me how to like sing on autotune, like how to, like just certain little tricks about the music that I didn't know.
Right.
When I started, I was just DJing. Like, right? But now, like, I'm able to sing
Yes.
which I couldn't have done
Yes.
at that point. So he was teaching me those things, and Isos as well too. Isos teach me some stuff too as well, but mainly him, because he always had his own studio thing. Like he was always in the studio, so I could go there and he will show me some stuff.
Aside from Esco Levi, tell me about some other collabs that you've had with veteran artists, and specifically the recent ones that you've had with TJ and Spice, which are really huge collaborations.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody asks me like, how did you get these collabs, like, you know? And to be honest with you, like, it's not. I could say, like, oh, they think I'm the, you know, best artist or whatever. I could say, but not. Like, it is literally like me wanting something and putting it out there, and you know, like with Spice, I was driving on the highway and I was having a conversation with a friend, and I wanted something different. Like I was like during the quarantine time, I was hot. Like my music was bumping. Mataran was playing my music nonstop. Like, and I wanted something else to keep the momentum going. And I was like, who can I collab with? And then,
Right.
I was like, yo, Spice. I was like, Spice. And I reached home. When I reached home, I was talking to one of my cousins from the States. Mm-hmm. And she, like, why I started talking to her is because she posted my song. And she was like, yo, no, I posted a song. I posted a song, Feeling Blessed.
Feeling really blessed and I love my life. Cheers to you and me, let's drink all night.
And she was like, a remix with Spice. And I was like, yo, what?
Oh, so it's like you manifested it.
You get what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I just said Spice today to my friend, and you're saying Spice now. That this makes sense. So I called one of my friend Tareen. I called and I was like, yo, Fancy, like, you don't know nobody will have a link to Spice. So I say, yeah, I know somebody. My link, man, of vice with artists way when they establish, you know, and the dog, like, and look on the views, them, and look on me, I say, dog, no, I have nothing like, you see me? So, moment I really do this.
Right.
But, dog talented, I like him vibes and really, me I chat to him. Talk to Spice, and she said yes right away.
Wow, that's impressive.
So, but him also have to make her know. So him say, yo, I'm a family man and bad artist, you know, really Canada I'm come from, and you know, really convince her, so really, but do him I do, and she say yes. And start out the collab. Momentum even I believe in bigger now, cause Spice, Triston Fivestar.
You know it's Triston Fivestar and your girl Spice on that one, yeah.
Ha! Spice. Sex with you is amazing. Sex with you, oh my gosh.
And then I say, I can't stop you, so like, so I say, yo, well, you know, why next move? And then I'm like, and at the time, like I'm a big believer in like, you know, like the universe and manifesting stuff and whatever. So at the time I was on a roll, like, and I'm like, yo, nah, stop ya. So, and I met Slider. I have a bridge named Marlon introduced me to Slider, and Slider, TJ, Ramesh, them producer TJ, Ding Dongs, Chensi. Big producer, yes. So me and him link up. Him hear me and him I say, yeah, all right. Nah.
So it's just like bam, bam, the two, right? Like
so I had both songs.
Right.
Before I even put out one.
Wow.
But like I was like, okay, I'm just building up my momentum, and I'm gonna just keep going, and you know, put out the Spice song. Got a good reception. Everything was good. People started looking at me different now.
Of course.
Right away.
That's a huge collaboration.
People started looking at me different now, and then obviously she and I was blowing up even bigger at the time. Mm-hmm. So now she had the song with Shaggy and Sean Paul, and she had like all these other things going on at the time.
Right.
And so she never had no time now for promotion with my song. Like,
right.
It was like bad time, man. This is not gonna work, whatever it is. So I had to just push that on my own.
Yeah. But you push it on your own, and it still has. Like I listen to Spotify, and I looked it up, and it has over 200,000.
Yes,
and climbing.
Yeah, and that's just. Spotify.
And that's like not really. I didn't really see you pushing it hard.
No. So the thing is, like I have like what I'm grateful for. Like I have a fan base. Like I have people that literally from around the world that literally are fans of my music. Like so, they're going to listen to Triston Fivestar like every day,
Religiously.
Day in and day out. So, despite if the song is number one in the world or not, they know good music. They're going to listen to, my songs and stuff. So right away, even just by that, my streams start going up. Like more people start knowing who I am. People start reaching out to me and whatnot. Like and then right after that, the TJ song.
In the club, we money enough. Hey, we money enough. Ooh, we money enough. Up top, cam me and the dog, them a chill like lemonade. Up top, pass me the so speed.
And kind of the same thing with the TJ thing too, but like this is where I have to say no to any other artist. Like you can't, no matter what it is, you can't give up. So even though that happened to Spice, I never really got like the push that I would want for that song. But it did so much for me, and I appreciate every single second of that. I got a next song with TJ. TJ was releasing his album around the same time too.
Right.
And I'm releasing my album obviously, so these songs have to go out, right? Like
yeah.
So that song is doing well also streaming wise and whatever. I put out the EP. I have TJ, Esco Levi,
Spice all on your album.
All on my album. That is a first to ever been done here in Canada. Like
the first. I've never seen any young artists like that.
There's nobody to ever do that. And to be honest with you, like that a lot of people might look at it like, oh, Triston, but you still didn't bust. Like, but I don't think you should look at it that way. You should look at it like, and for any other young artist, like you should look at it like how much it has done for me. Like, like the places that my music are playing now, almost every single artist in Jamaica either hear my name once or twice. They know who I am. DJs around the world, they know who I am. Whether it's Lava, whether it's Tony Mataran, whether it's Foota Hype, and when they hear my music, it's because now my name is traveling around the world, right? So when they get a chance to listen, and every single one of those DJs I have videos of it. If you're listening, like during the quarantine when I'm on their program and stuff, they're impressed. Like they're like, this is in Canada. Like you get what I'm saying? So that was like, this is very like, this done so much for me where now my next collab that I'm working on right now, I didn't even have to pay $1 for it. Like
wow. And it's with a big name
and
artist.
it was somebody just as big. You get what I'm saying? So, and that is coming now. And so those are the gates. That's the kind of opportunity that I get from this now. Like, you know who I am.
Right.
You know I'm good.
Right.
And you're going to work with me because I've done these things.
Right.
Like, so.
And it's great to hear that you're grateful for the opportunities, because I think there's so much emphasis placed on artists making that bus, getting, their name popularized. And it's great to hear that you're keeping it humble and keeping it moving. And really, it speaks for itself, the music and the collaborations. And they're just going to continue to happen for you.
Sometimes that we get lost. We get lost into wanting to bust so much that we forget why we even start doing it in the first place.
Right.
And it was for the joy. It was for the love of it. Like, it was just how happy it made me. Like, and like when as I said, and I keep saying this, but like, say I wasn't supposed to be here today, like, when you talk about me, these are my accomplishments. Mm-hmm. You might not see how big those are right now.
Oh, but we see them.
But this is what I've done.
Yeah.
And you cannot erase that.
Yeah.
And that's all I really wanted. I just wanted to make sure that my name lived on. Like,
yeah, you're leaving a legacy.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So
for sure.
Yeah.
So we can't release who the new... I was like, damn, can't we get an exclusive here? But it's okay. can new artists do to try to promote themselves to get on tracks? Or what do you think veteran artists should be doing? Should they be doing it more and giving opportunities to these younger performers?
I would, it would be nice if they were just willing to work with younger artists more, but at the same time, like, you know, like us as like younger artists can't sit and wait, or even just even say we reach out to one of them and they say no, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Like, we keep pushing, like we want this, they already have what they have, like we have to work towards getting what we want. There's like the stories are endless when in Jamaica, like these artists have to go sit down at the studio gate for months, for years, begging to even meet one of these to talk to one of these artists. And the truth is, like, obviously not everybody's like Bounty Killer, not everybody's gonna just see young artists and take them up and groom them and put them out there. Like, a lot of people are trying to focus on their own thing. So it would be nice if they did, but like, we still, as younger artists, have to still prove that it makes sense for you to work with us.
So remind my viewers of the name of the songs with Spice and Teejay. Can you do a little bit of one of them for us?
Yeah. So Spice, song with me and Spice is called Sex With You.
Spicy.
Yes.
It's a spicy
it's called Sex With You, and it's on all music platform. It's on my EP as well, I Am. The next one is Money Enough with TJ Up Top Boss.
I love that song.
And then I guess I'll sing a piece of that.
Can you do that one?
Yeah.
Yay. Exclusive on Beet Root Live.
And the dog them a chill like lemonade. Up top pass when there's a spade. The naked girl in the pool a bait. From we have life, then we still a riff. We a celebrate life with a few champagne. Have to give thanks, we a come from pain. If a girl a go on bad in the club, we make it rain. Every girl want it, and that comes with the fame. Money enough. Mantic.
What? I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. I knew I wanted to interview you from the minute that I saw you that day. So
I was actually wondering why it took so long.
Damn. Well, officially,
I didn't impress her. Like, what happened?
No, I took a hiatus from my interviews. So you're my first official for 2022. And like I was saying to you as you walked in, you're the first one that I'm doing on camera. I usually am behind the camera. So I stepped out of my like little box of being just like on my own and recording my vlog and being behind the camera for interviews. It's a little nerve-wracking because it's the first one, but you made it really easy, so I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Remember to get the album. It's I Am. It's on all music platforms, and it's doing really, really well. And this is Triston Fivestar.
It's almost 500,000 streams on that album, and like, as I said, like, it's just me being an independent artist doing it by myself. If you listen to the album, you'll see why it's doing so well. You'll see why you should listen to Triston Fivestar. So just go and go listen to it.
Big things.
Yeah.
Big things. Triston, thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate it.
Thank you for
It's an
having
honor.
me.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Big up my viewers.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody, man. When I watch it, you me, I say, yo, just make sure say you keep supporting support me and supporting dancehall music on the wall. Big up on yourself.